Oh my gosh! Hello everyone, how's it going? Hope your day is going well. If I sound a little nasally or something in this video, I've been sick recently, so I'm just pushing through that. But I hope you guys have had a good day, good week, and hope whatever you're doing is going real well. Anyways, if you've been around my channel since its inception a couple of years ago, then you'll know I'm a very big fan of Power Rangers. I have a giant poster on my wall. Even like on my desk, I have Megazords already set up. I have like these little Ranger figures. You can see in the back there. I haven't put the stand back up, but I have the stand for the Power Sword. Big fan is the point. And recently I've been watching a couple of shows back just because I was like, oh man, these are about as good as I remember, and they were very good. Unfortunately, I just hadn't watched a ton recently because of Cosmic Fury and Dino Fury. Actually, just Dino Fury and this past couple shows recently haven't been as good. They're not what they used to be. They're not as cool. And just like the decline, like I go to the store sometimes, maybe I'm looking for like a record or something, but I'll wander into the toy aisle and there's like nothing Power Rangers related, mainly because they haven't been big for like a while now. I feel like, and there's nothing new about them. Anyway, but I'm kind of yapping here. But the point is, I recently went back and watched some of the shows, and I want to create another tier list. Tier lists have also been very big on my channel. I think my most viewed video is a tier list video. It has like 300 views or something. I think the other one was actually another Power Rangers video, a Morpher review, but it might have been because I had just my foot out on display. I was an old video before I knew what video quality was, but we've gotten better, all right. Anyway, today we're going to be going through all the opening themes of all the songs, like their theme songs, because, fun fact, actually, I'm going to search this up because I'm fairly certain. Anyway, we're back. I had to fact check something, and it was wrong. I was about to tell you the original MMPR theme was composed by Megadeth, but it was not. It's composed by Ron. I can't pronounce his last name. Anyways, we'll be looking at all the opening themes today, and I'm going to be ranking them right here. We have S, A, B, C, D, and F tier as we normally do. So anyways, let's just get into it. Let me put the headphones on. I'll leave one open so I can hear how loud I'm talking, so I'm not screaming in your guys' ear. Big shot, I had to go through and see how they were in order again. This is posted by the Power Rangers official website. And I don't know if I just mentioned this. Maybe I didn't. I'm going to reiterate. Everything past right here, so this Dino Fury one, all of these shows are just extra seasons. So like Super Samurai or Super Dino Charge or Super Ninja Steel, basically just extra shows or like different seasons because had different openings for every season. We're not going to be ranking those. Those are essentially the same song. They're just a different style of opening credits. I don't know if you call them opening credits, but whatever. Anyway, I've spent so much time talking. Let's just get straight into the video. Make sure my volume's up, and let's get into it.
After 10,000 years, I'm free. It's time to conquer Earth.
Alpha, Reader's Escape. Recruit a team of teenagers with attitudes.
Your father knows.
Oh, there's an ad. Anyways, so that was the intro for Mighty Morphin, and also I noticed as I was playing this, I actually have the Megazord in tank mode on my desk. I did a video on this. This also might be one of my more viewed videos, but it is an Amazon exclusive. Don't go buy it, really. I mean, if you buy it if you want like a desk prop, but like not if you're actually gonna use it for stuff because it's very janky. But anyway, let's go back to the tier list. I think personally, Mighty Morphin's It's S tier. It's icon. It's my phone ringtone. It is just iconic. It is like, anyone who's anyone will be able to hear that and be like, oh yes, it's Power Rangers. Of course I know what that is. Now I could just be over my head and be like, think everyone's seen Power Rangers, but I think it is definitely iconic. I think it is truly. It's my personal favorite one. So I do think it deserves S tier. And so next we have Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers. Now this is an interesting one because I can't remember if Alien Rangers and Power Rangers was the same. So that is Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers main theme. I mean, it is almost exactly the Mighty Morphin theme, except it says Go Go, Alien Rangers instead of Power Rangers. Not as catchy, but it is essentially the same thing. I'll still give it A tier because it is essentially the same song. It doesn't get S tier. It's not that iconic, and it comes from a very small show as well. So next we are on to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zeo, or just Zeo Rangers. So that one, obviously, Zeo is amazing. I think a lot of the older ones are a lot much better than the newer ones. Sorry, my video was auto-playing. Anyways, I think that Power Rangers Zeo is definitely like just as iconic as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I think like I was saying, the older shows intros seem a lot more thought out, a lot better than like the newer ones, such as Beast Wars or Ninja Steel. Dino Charges wasn't bad actually. Basically, I feel like everything after Dino Charge was kind of bland, but Zeo is still very good. I don't think it's as good as Mighty Morphin, but I definitely think it is A tier. Definitely better than Alien Rangers. So we are on Turbo now. So obviously not as long as the other two, but definitely one of the best ones. In fact, the reason I like it so much, there is a guy, he made an album. I might pronounce his name wrong, but I used to watch his videos all the time. It was this guy, Neil Stenson. Go check this album out. Basically, he did a cover of all the Power Ranger songs, all the themes, and his Turbo one was really really good. It was personally one of my favorites. And just I love Turbo. But once again, I don't think it's better than Mighty Morphin though. But I do think it is better than Zeo. It is definitely A tier. It is definitely one of the better ones, even if it is shorter. And these are going to be a little biased. I like some shows more than the others, and also I've listened to the covers, which makes it's a little biased, guys. Just know that. So now we're on Power Rangers in Space.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rangers in space. In space.
All right, so that was Power Rangers in Space. Also, I didn't realize how many shows Bulk and Skull were in. They really are in a lot of seasons too. But Power Rangers in Space, I think it's gonna go B tier. I don't like it as much as the original three. This is the same, so I'm just not really gonna. I don't like it as much as these three. It's kind of the first one. I'm like, it's all right. I mean, it's still great, but it's just not as good as these three, personally, in my opinion. We are now on to Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. I do like that one. That one's actually really good. I'm gonna put it B tier, but I'm gonna put it in front of Power Rangers Space. I like this one more than I do the In Space one, and yeah. So yeah, I definitely think that one's very good. It's good. Also, I didn't know this, but a lot of these were made with synthesizers instead of actual like guitars. Which is kind of crazy, but it's still pretty cool because it sounds real. Which I guess that's like their whole point. But I don't know. I thought it sounded cool. And I do think it is better than In Space. Once again, I don't think anything's touching these three right here. So now we're on Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. That was Lightspeed Rescue. Definitely a very good one. Just once again, like this, like these it's going B tier, but I like it more than Lost Galaxy. Like these three, and I guess these through, I guess Wild Force were never my like most favorite. I mean, obviously we know that I don't like Operation Overdrive. That was the worst show ever. But like In space through like Wild Force, I just never got into that much. But everything else, like after that, I did. It was just that was like a weird period of time. Anyway, next we're in Power Rangers Time Force. That was Time Force. Let's see where we're gonna put this one. I feel like none of these are mid. They're all fire compared to some of the ones later down the list. But I do think I don't like it as much as Rescue, but it is better than Galaxy and In Space. I just none of these are A tier. None of them are C tier. They're like perfect in B tier, but Space really got the short end of the stick on that one because I do think that all of these are better. But I do think Time Force is better than Lost Galaxy, but not as good as Rescue. So, yeah, I don't know. I like that placement for now, though. So next we have Wild Force. There was Wild Force. Ooh, where do we put it? Better than In Space, but not as good as Lost Galaxy. I like Lost Galaxies a bit more. Also, it wasn't wild about Wild Force. I didn't mean that pun to happen, but it did. I don't know. It was alright. I do actually like the suit designs, though. That's pretty cool. Though I think my least favorite suit designs were in Operation Overdrive, or I didn't like. Oh, I didn't like Rescues though, or Space. Space, they were interesting, but it is a good intro. But it's just not better than those ones. All right, so next, what do we have next? We have Ninja Storm next.
Mountains, secret ninja academies train our future protectors. Ancient scrolls told of 3 who would be chosen above the others. 3 who would become.
Nope, we got a little bit into the next one there. Power Rangers Ninja Storm, definitely good. I think this was Disney at the time. I can't remember, but very good. and I actually think that this one is my favorite out of the Bs. It is better than the previous ones. Just there's something about it. It's perfect. Well, it's not perfect because Mighty Morphin was perfect, but it is much better than the other ones. I just like it. I feel like I should be going deep dives into this, but there's nothing deep about it. I just like that one more than I like the others. There's nothing more I can really say about it. Well, next we have Dino Thunder. So, Power Rangers Dino Thunder, it is great. It is one of my favorites. I don't think it touches S tier, but it definitely, I think, is better than Alien Rangers. And in my personal opinion, it is better than Zeo. It's not as good as Turbo. Turbo was great, and Zeo was great, obviously. But Dino Thunder is just so good, and it reminds me of kind of the old ones where it was just a lot of rocking going on. That sounds cringe. That's stupid. Anyway, I like him more than that one, and that's just how we are. So now we're on to SPD.
Emergency!
Alright, sorry, my mom was texting me, making sure I haven't passed away. Wow, Mighty Morphin, or Power Rangers SPD. Personally, one of my favorites of all time, and it is definitely S tier. It's not as good as Mighty Morphin. Nothing will ever be as good as Mighty Morphin, in my opinion. It's just, like I said, it's so iconic. But SPD, just, I don't know why I like it so much. I think it's like that opening riff, I don't know. I don't want to do it because I'll sound like an absolute goon. But it is truly, I think, one of my favorites, and it definitely deserves S tier because it's just very cool. All right, next in line we have Mystic Force. Okay, so that was Mystic Force, and one thing I haven't really talked about yet, but I like themes that rock, you know. And this one, it gives me, it reminds me of of Outcast. That's what it reminds me of. Not one of my favorites, kind of mid. I'm putting it C tier. This our first C tier. Anything below that, it didn't rock. It wasn't as good. And maybe some of these didn't rock in your opinion, but they're the older ones, and I like those ones a lot more than I like the new ones. I think I've already said that. And now on to the bane of my existence. We had that sounds stupid. Anyways, and next we have Power Rangers Operation Overdrive. Literally my least favorite out of all the Power Rangers, and probably one of my least favorite shows I've ever had the displeasure of watching.
Walking through the sun for 5 days. Dark forces lurking, leaving evil where they roam. 5 rangers looking for the same 5 stones. There's treasure to be found, there's some lives to be saved. A planet to look after, there's a whole lot of space. Good versus evil, we got heroes on the scene. Power Rangers Overdrive is the number one team. Power Rangers, Operation Overdrive.
Alright guys, that was Operation Overdrive, and the guy... Alright. Oh, man. I feel like I'm dying right now. I feel like passing away. Anyway, Operation Overdrive. The guy whoever made it, and I want to see who made it, because they sound like Lin-Manuel Miranda. That's what made the Operation Overdrive theme. Yeah. It's not him, obviously, but it sounds just like him. It's really weird. Like I said, I like the ones that rock, and this one was not one of them, and I honestly, just for my dislike of the show, I'm going to put it there. I don't like it. I don't like the ones where it's like super complex lyrics. Well, I guess they're not super complex. It's Operation Overdrive we're talking about. But, just even the ones that were super repetitive, Go Go Power Rangers. It's simple, catchy, and it stays in your head. You remember it. But just like, I'm going to sound hypocritical with the next one, but I don't know how to explain it. I just sound like I'm a crazy person. Anyway, now we're on to Jungle Fury.
Training hard to be the best that we can. Protecting people from the evil Daishi plan. Stand up for what we know is right. We will never lose a fight. Daishi, go away. We're here to save the day. 'Cause we're the Power Rangers, Jungle Fury. We're fast, we're strong, unstoppable. Jungle Fury. Here comes the Power Rangers, Jungle Fury.
Alright, so Power Rangers Jungle Fury. I'm gonna sound like I'm glazing it. And I know I just said I don't like super complex lyrics, stuff like that. Here's the thing. Jungle Fury is peak. It's not better than Mighty Morphin. What am I doing? It is better than SPD's though. It is also one of my favorite shows, and probably my top 3 Power Rangers shows. It's one I watch all the time, but just it's like that is such a banger like opening song. I don't know how to put it. And it's just a good song to listen to in general. Like if I'm like, let's say I'm doing like dishes. Let's say I was doing the dishes, and I wanted to listen to a handful of just regular songs. Like what's on my playlist right now? Like if I wanted to listen to, what was I just listening to? Let's say I wanted to listen to maybe some Misfits or Green Day, or I don't know. Let's see. Space Hog. A bunch of other stuff. Nirvana. I'm gonna listen to just some good rock music, or like alt or something like that, or punk or something, that song fits in perfectly. Like I wouldn't even, except for the part that it says, you know, go go Power Rangers. Take that part out, wouldn't know it was a Power Rangers song. It would just sound like a banger. But it is incredibly good. It is one of my favorites as well. I will say SPD was not my favorite show, but the intro was really good. Also, the main Power Ranger, the red one, he was in The Haunting Hour, which is it's like a Goosebumps show that used to air back then. All right, now we're on to RPM.
Computer virus has built armies of robotic soldiers and taken control of our world. But there is still one place we can be safe. The domed city of Corinth. And the only hope we have left is...
Alright guys, so that was Power Rangers RPM, and would you look at that, look what I have here, my actual RPM Morpher. I was a huge fan, and look, it even does all the things. I've already made a review on this, if you want to go watch that. Doesn't light up, I need to put new batteries in it. This is the Japanese version, so all the buttons like actually, I'm not going to talk about it. I already said I have a video about it, so I don't need to talk about it. Anyways, where was I? Power Rangers RPM. I mean, honestly, like, it won't make a top 3 of my favorite Power Ranger shows. Maybe not even top 5. But the intro is so good. And I don't think it's S tier. It's not as good as SPD or Jungle Fury, but I do think it is better than Dino Thunder. Not as good as Turbo, though. Just Turbo, there's something about Turbo that was just, I don't know. It's good. It's good. Like I said, I don't need to deep dive every one of these songs. RPM is not as good as that, but it is better than the others. And so now we're on to Samurai.
Samurai forever! Jaden!
Mia!
Mike! Kevin!
Emily!
Antonio! Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Rangers together! Samurai forever! Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers!
Alright guys, so that was Power Rangers Samurai. Sorry, Power Rangers Samurai. And you might have noticed, it sounds it sounds similar to Mighty Morphins. And it is kind of the same thing. Like, I think it's supposed to sound the same, but they changed it a bit. And I know people are like, it's just the same thing, you know, there's nothing special about it. Maybe some people say that. Personally, Samurai, top 3 show for me. I think honestly, my top 3. Maybe I should do ranking the shows. Did I already do that? Maybe I already did that. No, I did outfits. I didn't do shows. And I'm a schizo. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Samurai, definitely a top 3 show. It is better than both of these. It is just under Mighty Morphin. But like I said, nothing's going to beat Mighty Morphin. But it is S tier. I know you're thinking, you've put a lot of shows in S tier. S tier should be for like the absolute best. But, I mean, those are my favorites. This is my tier. What am I talking about? Anyways, I just think it's one of the best ones. I like it a lot. You know, it rocks. So, it's wizard. You know, it's fire. Anyway, now we have Power Rangers Megaforce. So that was Power Rangers Mega Force, and look what else we have. This has my Red Ranger card in it. By the way, I'm doing a Team Morph video, I would like. Oh, goodness gracious, the stutter is bad. I would like to do a Team Morph video. If you guys would like to see that, let me know down in the comments. We're gonna do Mighty Morphin, and then if you want to do more, let me know. Maybe I'll do that one. So I gotta get more morphers, but they're expensive, you know, and I'm just a poor child. Anyways, Mighty Morphin, or Mega Force. Mega Force is pretty peak, honestly. I don't, but I think we're gonna go right there. And actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move Space and Wild Force down to C tier. I think B tier is getting crowded, but I think that's the choice we need to make personally. Anyway, no, Mega Force is good. A big fan of Super Mega Force, not Mega Force though. Just like the morphing kind of linked to the morphing grid aspect. But it's we're talking about the theme song here, and the theme song is good. Just, you know, it's B tier. It's not as good as these ones, not as good as these ones. So it by default goes B. So that is Power Rangers Dino Charge. Oh, goodness gracious. It is kind of peak, honestly. Like, it was pretty far out, I'm going to be honest. I haven't listened to some of these in a very long time, and I'm just reminded about how good they are. Yeah, thanks, Hasbro, for taking all the shows off Netflix. You're very smart for that one. Huge brain. I know it's probably got more legal things than I know. But anyways, on the list, I'm wondering... It is gonna go A tier, but it's gonna go. We're gonna move Alien Rangers down to B. We'll move Alien Rangers down to B. I think that's all right because it really deserves to go there. But I do think Dino Charge is definitely A tier, but it is just cusping on there. It is not better than anything else in A tier, but it is there. It is. I think actually I owned the most merch from that show. I used to have I got when Toys R Us was still open. I hope they reopen. Please reopen. When they were open, they used to have this big box of Dino Chargers, and it was like 25. See if I can find it. They used to have a box of Dino Chargers because I don't know if anyone's gonna actually. Yeah, they used to come in this case too. It's not gonna be on. It's not gonna be in shopping. It's gonna be probably like images. This one right here. This is the one. I remember having this case, but I don't think it came with what I'm talking about. I got this. I got the ultimate. It came with 27. I had a lot of those, and I used to have the gun. I used to have the sword. I used to have the little dragon. I had the Gold Rangers Terra Morpher. I had everything. I had this, and I had this one. No, I didn't have this one. This is the Bandai one. Anyways, point being, I loved this show. The show was great, and it definitely is one of my favorites. I don't think it's top 3, but all this just goes to say that the theme song is great. It's great. So it looks like we have 3 shows left. This is the 3 that I don't think were that good. That I think Power Rangers kind of fell off. I hope we do better, but we might not. So now we're on Ninja Steel. So that was Power Rangers Ninja Steel. Now, I will say, when this show first came out, I thought it was great. I was like, oh man, this is awesome. This is right on, man. But I was so lost in the sauce of Power Rangers that I didn't fully realize it wasn't that great. I mean, it's alright. Okay, so here's my problem with new Power Rangers. I feel like everything is special effects. Maybe I just like the cheesiness of old practical effects. Or like practical Megazords instead of a lot of things, at least being special effects. Like the people being in suits of the Megazords and fighting. I thought that was a lot cooler. But, you know, it's whatever. Anyways, Ninja Steel's actually isn't that bad, but it's going to go B tier, probably in front of Lost Galaxy, but not in front of Time Force, personally. Now we have Beast Morphers.
Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. It's morphin' time. For justice we fight. With Beast Morphin' light. Together we rise. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Beast Morphers.
Alright, so that was Beast Morphers. There's honestly ain't too bad, but it's pretty mid. It's probably the worst out of C. I would put it in D, but D kind of feels useless. Honestly, D is a kind of useless tier. Like, I don't really need it, for real. Delete row. Because I feel like everything's either really good, just under good, just away from being mid, and then really bad. If anything isn't mid, it's pretty bad. Like in this case, the only really bad one, in my opinion, was Operation Overdrive. I just don't like it. But maybe this is how I'll start formatting things. It just makes things easier. Anyways, Beast Morphers, not a huge fan. I mean, honestly, wasn't just a fan of Beast Morphers in general. And I just... a little too short, not enough rockin', and I didn't like the technical, I don't know. It's alright, I guess, but it's kind of mid. Alright, last one on the list is Dino Fury, and then I will be reacting to Cosmic Furies for the first time. I haven't tried to spend my time watching Cosmic Fury. I was so disappointed with Dino Fury that I just didn't want to watch Cosmic Fury. I didn't watch it. So I'll be watching their opening actually for the first time because I haven't seen it yet. But before that we have to watch Dino Fury. Okay, so that was Dino Furies, and I'm going to be honest. So before Dino Fury had released, I told you about that guy who made the Into the Grid album, and I loved his stuff. I thought it was great. And one of the songs he did that I really liked was Dino Furies. And it wasn't until I watched Dino Furies that I didn't like their opening as much. Like, honestly, it's going to F tier. It's above Operation Overdrive, but it's not my favorite. It's just because, like I said, it's very, like, synthy or, like, electronic style. And I don't like that. And the reason I'm actually going to show you is, Dino Fury. Because his version is so much better. And I want to show you the video because he's just
Knew I was
amazing.
underwater.
But
I just didn't realize I was this under.
Just the way he does it is so much better and like, just I don't know how to put it. It overhyped the show for me. I listened to this, I was like, oh my gosh, this show's about to be so peak. Or maybe I didn't think that because this was also the time I was like, oh, these shows aren't getting as good. So maybe I was like, oh, maybe this one will be good. Maybe I was holding out hope. But I want to watch his really quick because it's really good. Now I know his still like his guitar sounds a little electronic-y, but just it was so much better than the actual one. I just want to show it because he is very talented. You should go subscribe to his channel, and I really do like his work. I do like his stuff. He does a lot of really good covers. Where are we? This is still Dino Fury. Or is it still Dino Fury? Yeah, it's Dino Fury. This is Cosmic Fury, I believe. Okay, so I have not seen the Cosmic Fury. Oh, actually, this is the finished tier list. S tier, we have Mighty Morphin, Samurai, Jungle Fury SPD. A tier, we have Turbo, RPM, Dino Thunder, Zeo, and Dino Charge. B, we have Ninja Storm, Rescue, Megaforce, Time Force, Ninja Steel, Galaxy, Alien Rangers. C, we have Space, Wild Force, Mystic Force, Beast Morphers. In F tier, we have Dino Fury and Operation Overdrive. And I will place Cosmic Fury somewhere in here. It'll probably end up in F tier because, once again, I just hate the Dino Fury series. It is not good, in my opinion. Anyway, let's watch it. This will be my first reaction to it. That's how I feel after watching that, guys. That was not a planned cough. Let's just take Dino Fury 2 here. Put it somewhere. It's going in F tier. It's worse than yeah. No. It is worse than Operation Overdrive. I'm gonna plant my ground there. I actually was a little bit surprised or Billy was still in the show. I knew he was in Once and Forever. I did not know he was still in Cosmic Fury. I knew Lord Zed was in Cosmic Fury, though. I saw that. Gosh. I said it earlier in the video. I don't like the electronic ones as much. I like the actual, and I know all of them, or at least most of them used synthesized guitars, but ones that sounded like they were, actual guitars, like an actual, like drums and everything, an actual rock song. And just don't like it as much, and just not a huge fan. Also, the Zord is not my favorite. It's just I don't like the show. I know they're all adapted from the Japanese ones, but that one I just didn't like. Anyway, guys, this is the finished tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit of a longer one. Hope you guys stay tuned for more videos in the future. I want to do a video. Darn, I just stabbed my thumb with my watch. Anyways, sorry. I got a lot of videos coming up. I have a new game that looks interesting. It was someone at my school asked me if I could play, and I said yeah. If you guys have any video ideas, let me know down below. I'd be happy to do them. I want to do a new video on the new Goosebumps series because, like Power Rangers, it's one of my favorite franchises ever, and I just was really impressed with the show. I really enjoyed it. So I want to talk about that, and then I don't know. I don't know what else, but see you guys on the flip-flop later.